Which front double bicep do you like better? Do you like this one right here, where I'm flaring the lats more and pulling upwards, no vacuum? Or do you like,
personally, that one for me.
you like the second one? Cut is going extremely well. I ate a ton of food the day before I filmed that workout, so I was pretty watery, but I felt amazing. The pump was phenomenal. Guys, the cut's going great. I'll have like a few bad days every single week, maybe one or two. But that's about it. Besides that, I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving life. It's just going fantastic. A lot of you guys ask about my Accutane, so I'll give you a little bit of an update. Right now, I am officially on month 6. And guys, it is working wonders. Like, a couple months ago, before I started this, I was embarrassed to pick up the camera and film because my acne was so bad. And I know, like, you guys might be looking at it and thinking, wow, his acne is still pretty bad. This is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And I thank God so much. I pray that it continues to get better because it's been life-changing. I cannot believe how much better it has gotten. Just a little bit of an announcement before we get started. Rise just launched this. It is Smarties pre-workout, and it is the loaded formula. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. Probably the best tasting pre-workout on the market, and it has fantastic ingredients in there. Oh, it smells so good. Seriously. So be sure to go ahead, check this one out. Use code BEATON for 15% off. Guys, Rise is absolutely killing it right now with the flavors. So be sure to head over there. They've got Sunny D in stock as well as Ring Pop. But this one, in my opinion, this is the best. All right, you guys, so in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about my top 10 tips that you guys can incorporate just into your lifestyles, diets, and training habits to help you get shredded. These are all things that I am doing that have helped me out a ton. So starting with number 1, what you're gonna wanna do is take your cut as slow as possible. The slower you can take it, the more maintainable the final result of your cut will be. And that's the goal. If what you reach at the very end is not maintainable, if you can't hold that body fat percentage for an extremely long time, then there's really no point in doing the cut in the first place if you're gonna put back on all that weight. If you're dieting for stage, that's a little bit different, and you're getting extremely lean. That's a little bit different, and it's very hard to maintain that. But for most people, you should really take it no more than about 0.5% of your overall body weight lost every single week. So I'm 200 pounds, so I try not to lose any more than 1 pound every single week. That's gonna help you maintain your muscle the most. That's going to help you feel the best. Your workouts are going to be better. You're just overall going to have a much better quality of life when you are cutting the slower that you take it. Number 2 is going to be eat more meals rather than less. I see a lot of people messing this one up, and they start incorporating something like intermittent fasting when they want to lose weight. One of the worst things that a lot of people can do is take away meals from their diet. I think that you should be eating more meals when you're cutting, and that's simply because if you think about it, your most hungry point of every single day is right before your next meal, before you've eaten. And so when you have multiple meals throughout the day, it makes it so that the intensity of that hunger before you eat your next meal is greatly limited. People that struggle with binging and often struggle with dieting, what happens is they'll get so hungry that they'll just rebound and they'll eat a ton of food and they'll just go crazy, and that's when their results just go straight down the toilet. That is not what you want to do. You want to try to stay as satiated throughout the day as possible. So eat more meals rather than less. I personally eat 6, but if you can eat 4, 5, 3 is a little bit low, but as many meals as you can. Number 3 is going to be don't implement cardio until you really need to. So I see a lot of people implementing cardio regimens really early on in their cut. Once again, this goes back to maintainability. If you can't maintain the amount of cardio that you're doing by the time you get to where you want to be, then you're just going to gain the weight back, or you're going to have to eat less food to make up for the not doing cardio. So pretty much what you want to do is hold off on that cardio as long as possible, which leads into my point number 4, which is instead of doing cardio in the gym, what you should really focus on trying to do is be more active. So go out, try to walk, play frisbee with your friends, have fun with your dog. There are so many different things that you should try to be doing throughout the day that can help you be more active and burn more calories rather than spending your time on the treadmill or on the stair stepper. Number 5, and this is probably one of the most important ones, is getting 8+ hours of sleep every single night. Cravings go absolutely crazy when you are low on sleep. And so the best thing that you can do for your body is get yourself a full hours, maybe even up to 9, whatever you think that your body needs. But if you're dropping below 8, it is going to be very, very difficult for you to get shredded when you're also running low on sleep, because you're awake for longer, which means that you're more hungry for longer, but then also your hormones are probably suffering. Sleep is one of the most crucial factors when it comes to getting shredded. Number 6 is going to be drink a ton of water throughout the day. I like to try to drink around 1.5 gallons. I try to drink most of it in between my meals instead of with my meals, because it increases my satiety while I'm jumping in between my meals. And then also when you drink a ton of water with your food, sometimes that can cause a little bit of stomach distress. So drink a ton of water, stay hydrated. Number 7 is going to be track your macros. Now, this is going to look different for everybody. If you're a competitor that's trying to get really lean for stage, you're going to want to track every single macro so you can adjust based off of how you're looking or how you're losing weight or how you're feeling. But if you're just a normal person, I'd say the most 2 important things that you track are your calories. Obviously, you need to be in a caloric deficit, but as well as your protein. You want to be getting around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and that has to do with maintaining your muscle mass, but also increasing your satiety. So going along with this point, don't neglect any certain macronutrient. I have made the mistake in the past to either cut out carbs completely or cut out fats completely. What you want to do is eat a balanced amount of every single macronutrient. Cutting out fats can be absolutely devastating for people who are cutting, especially if you're a natural lifter, because your testosterone levels, they're just absolutely terrible. That's what happened to me. My testosterone was absolutely tanked my last competition because I was literally eating like 0 grams of fat every single day. So maintain a balance between the macronutrients and adjust them as you see that you need. Like if you need more fats, bump your fats up, decrease the carbs. If you feel better on more carbs, increase the carbs, bring the fats down a little bit. Number 8 is going to be, if you really struggle with staying satiated on your cut, then bump up your protein to about 1.25 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So that is personally what I do right now. I eat around 250 grams of protein a day, and that's just because it really helps keep me full. It's not necessarily going to build you more muscle or help you maintain more muscle, but it really keeps you full and feeling satiated throughout the day, which really helps, especially if your diet is quite a few weeks. Number 9, this is kind of a funny one and I'm doing it right now. It's going to be chewing gum whenever you get a craving. Chewing gum as well as drinking water, those are probably the best possible things that you can do once you get a really, really bad craving. And number 10, this is probably going to be the most important of all of these that I've given to you. Try to do your best to stay away from highly processed foods. Now, highly processed foods are scientifically designed to make you want to eat more of them. It's why when you eat the first Dorito, you want to keep eating more Doritos until the entire bag is finished. That chip was designed in a lab by scientists that put it together perfectly on a chemical level to make you want to eat the entire bag after you've only eaten one. So the cleaner that you can keep your foods, the more whole foods that you can eat, the easier the cut will be. This one is incredibly important. Simply by eliminating a lot of processed foods from your diet, you're gonna find that your level of satiety, that your fullness is exactly the same, but you're eating a ton less calories. There are so many extra oils and sugars that companies put into different products that you wouldn't even know is there, that makes their calories shoot through the roof. And those are the types of foods that you want to avoid. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the workout footage that I started out with. Be sure to drop a like as well as a comment if you guys enjoyed and it helped you out. I will see you guys all in next week's video. Peace.